The following is a production of the Department of Broadcasting at Western Illinois University.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. News 3 starts now.
And coming up on Good Morning Macomb, we take a look at what goes into making the decisions of closing local schools.
And why there is more controversy behind another liquor license application in Macomb.
And later in the show, we sit down with Jill Beck to let her tell us all about an annual wine tasting event that will make for a great Valentine's Day date.
But first, our top story. While children look forward to snow days, many parents find it a hassle to rearrange their kids and their own schedules. Welcome to Good Morning Macomb. I'm Shanae Glasgow.
And I'm Dave Mitchell. News 3's Anna Malay Zuniga tells us what factors came into play when canceling school.
Lies with the district superintendent. The decision they make may not necessarily please everyone.
Some people would prefer that we be a little conservative and wouldn't be out of school more than we currently are. And then others remember the day when they went to school no matter what, so they want us to be in session. And really, I try to balance both of those needs and really just put student safety first.
Though meteorologists do their best to predict the coming weather, sometimes the most effective method is to step outside and find out for yourself.
I get up and at 5 a.m. I walk 1 mile outside. And I do that so I can see for myself what students who may be walking that mile as well, what it's going to feel like for them.
While television and radio broadcasting still remains an accessible source to find out about snow days, some districts have created their own methods to inform the parents of any school cancellations.
We have a student alert system called SkyAlert that we use. Parents who are registered and current with our student information system can receive an alert via a phone call, email, and also text.
Here in Illinois, schools are allowed to have 5 emergency days to add on to the end of the academic calendar. These days will allow the school to make up for lost time. The Macomb School District has taken another method to fix that issue.
We did have President's Day off, but we'll now be attending School President's Day as a makeup.
While Macomb has used 2-hour delayed starts in the past, some nearby districts have taken that option off the table. School officials tell us that they eliminated that because some parents decided just to keep their kids home for the day.
Macomb Public Library has a lot to celebrate this year, as it was recently awarded more than $2,600 in funds from the state of Illinois. The amount of money awarded this year is nearly $2,000 more than last year's funding. Library Director Dennis Danowski says the reason for the increase is because of the growing population in the Macomb area.
It's based on the number of population within the city of Macomb. And we benefit with a little bit of increase because the city of Macomb did a special census a couple years ago that increased our population from 19,000 to over 20,000.
The library plans on spending its money on children's programs, new materials, and of course, new books. Mayor Mike Inman and City Aldermen are frustrated after Monday night's City Council meeting. Christine Ann Kolner is the owner of Annie's Cafe on East Jackson Street here in Macomb. Kolner was not present for her public hearing on Monday, February 2nd, causing the council to question her application.
When you can't be here for a required meeting, and you know it's a highly regulated industry already, it does broach the question is, are you prepared to commit to doing what you need to do to make sure that you're fulfilling the requirements of the law?
Inman also says he is not against bringing business to Macomb, but stresses how important completing the application is. Next Tuesday night, aldermen will discuss the issue again.
And McDonough County's assistant state's attorney is facing charges after his girlfriend accused him of breaking her hand. Macomb police say 39-year-old Charles Munson was arrested following an alleged dispute between him and his girlfriend. Police say the girlfriend reported Munson grabbed her hand and crushed it while they were arguing in their apartment. Munson said during an official inquiry that he was just trying to take away a pack of cigarettes. Police say Munson stressed that he never tried to hurt his girlfriend and that the injury might have actually occurred during a late-night trip to Hy-Vee. He told police his girlfriend was drinking and claimed she passed out early Saturday morning in the store's bathroom. We'll keep you up to date on this story as it develops. And tonight's Powerball is approaching record amounts with a top prize of $450 million. You have the rest of the day to get out there and buy a ticket. Saturday's jackpot of $305 million went unclaimed, leading to tonight's near record amount. The odds of winning tonight's Powerball are just 175 million to 1, rather.
A $2,500 reward is out for the finding of one man's best friend. Cooper is a 9-year-old chocolate lab from Ferris, Illinois, and has been missing for 3 weeks. His owner feels helpless for not knowing what has happened. Restaurants in Macomb and Quincy are assisting in the search for the lost lab. Flyers are being passed out to the customers on pizza boxes and tables. If you know of any information about Cooper or his location, please contact the numbers on your screen. The snowstorm that blew through Macomb at the beginning of the month left several inches of snow on the ground. But all that snow won't stop the men and women who work hard to keep the sidewalks, streets, and parking lots clear. News 3's Drew Hoffman explains.
Snow and ice. We see it everywhere this time of year. And after last year's harsh winter, it has everyone thinking about how bad this year's will be.
We think we had learned from our past. However, stating that, everybody was in the same boat we were last year. This was not something that we miscalculated or there was an error in planning. It strictly was Mother Nature doing her thing and saying that I'm in control, you're not.
Macomb has recently been struck with more than 7 inches of snow, but both the city and Western saw the storms coming from a mile away.
The preparation for this last storm this past weekend was undertaken last Thursday when it was apparent that we were likely to receive a considerable winter storm.
You may notice there are no trucks out right now spreading any salt. Well, that's partially because when the temperature drops below 10 degrees, the effectiveness of the salt diminishes.
With temperatures going up and down, WIU facilities management has had to be strategic with their attack on the snow and ice as well, because they only have 14 people on staff that were responsible for cleaning off 60 acres of pavement.
When you have a limited crew, you can only spread salt. We did the best we could, trying to get as much area covered as possible before the temperature dropped, knowing that we only had so many people that were already so tired that it's just we did the best we could.
Tara also shared with us that some of the staff worked for 24 hours straight, making sure all parking lots, sidewalks, and bus stops were as safe as possible before school started at 8 a.m.
It was astounding, the level of dedication and commitment from the landscape maintenance crew.
Reporting for News 3, I'm Drew Hoffman.
Western Illinois Facilities Management also tells News 3 that they've been preparing for the cold temperatures headed to Macomb this weekend.
And if you need any last-minute plans for this special holiday, join the Performing Arts Society for a night to remember.
I will sit down with Jill Beck, an organizer of the Performing Arts Society, as we talk about this annual event.
And temperatures are on the way down today. Winds are gusting up to 30 miles per hour as the Arctic front moves through. A look outside shows temperatures have bottomed out or topped off at 34 degrees. Those will continue to drop throughout the day today. Satellite radar composite shows basically complete cloud cover for the entire tri-state region, and it's continually moving all across the region. And temperatures are also going to be bringing down. Looking off to the north and east shows these temperatures in the low 20s moving into our region. We'll have a full look at your forecast in a couple minutes.
That's me, Joe Decker, owner of San Diego-based Gut Check Fitness, Guinness Book or World Record holder, World's Fittest Man, and WIU graduate. There are a few things that have helped me get to the top of my industry: growing up on a farm in the Midwest, serving in the U.S. military, and graduating from WIU. This is my story. What will your success story be?
That's me, Chris Lovingood, a senior broadcasting major at Western Illinois University. From networking in DC at a national conference to getting hands-on experience behind the news desk and in the field, the opportunities I have at WIU are preparing me for a successful media career. This is my story. What will your success story be?
Life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Hey everybody. Heart disease affects 1 in every 3 women in America, but you can fight back. There's no time to lose. Mothers, sisters, daughters, families, and friends, it's time to shout louder, stand stronger, and demand change. Let's go!
To the Batmobile. Dang it.
To the invisible jet. Dang it. Together, we can put an end to heart disease. It's time to go red for women. I could use your help. Learn more from the American Heart Association at www.goredforwomen.org.
Now from Macomb in high definition, you're watching Sinead Glasgow, Franny Smith, weather with meteorology major Nicholas Stewart, and sports with Tyler Eddy. News 3 continues.
Since 1984, the Performing Arts Society has been fundraising to support arts programming here at Macomb. Joining us this morning from the Performing Arts Society is Jill Beck, Assistant to the COFAC Dean. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Can you explain the programs that benefit from this organization?
The primary program that benefits is the Youth Performing Arts Series, which brings thousands of area kids to Western to see shows. This program is fully funded by the Performing Arts Society. In addition, we pay for the gasoline for the buses, so it's completely free for the schools. And it allows a lot of kids to come to the WIU campus and see live shows that wouldn't otherwise get a chance to. Another program that we fund is scholarships for the summer music camps held here at Western, which is another great opportunity to get students here on the Western campus.
Well, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I bet that's a lot of fun for them.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. And I know they sponsor fundraisers each year. There's 4 of them. Can you explain those 2, please?
Yes. We start off our fiscal year with Diamonds in Denim. That's an event that we hold in August, and we raffle off a diamond, a 1-carat diamond that's donated by Diamond Den. And then we move on to Beer Fest in September, which is a huge event for us. That's held at the Forum. And in November, we have our annual gala. And then in February, we have our annual wine tasting.
And I know that that's coming up this Saturday.
It
That's
is.
exciting.
It
I
is.
know.
It's
What are
very
some
exciting.
highlights that people can look forward to in that event?
Well, in addition to being able to sample over 60 wines, we're going to have some delicious hors d'oeuvres. We'll have live music from the President's International String Quartet. We are having a silent auction that's full of wine-themed items. And we are also raffling a bottle of wine this year that's valued at over $700.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite part to the wine tasting event?
You know,
Favorite part?
I just enjoy getting to see everybody who comes and kind of
Everybody's dressed up.
socializing.
Yeah,
it's
I
a
bet
fun
that's a lot of
event.
fun.
Yeah. And being on Valentine's Day this year makes for a great
know,
date
that-
night
yeah.
or ladies' night out.
Girls' night, yeah.
Exactly.
That would be so exciting for everybody.
Exactly.
Yes.
And people can still get reservations. They need only call 298-1618, and we would be happy to take care of their reservation over the phone.
And reservations, $40?
$40 if you would like to sample the wine. If
Yep.
you would like to just come and enjoy the music and the hors d'oeuvres and the auction, $20.
Alrighty. Well,
Yeah.
perfect. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for joining us, Jill.
Thank you.
Thank you. The Performing Arts Society sponsors 4 fundraisers each year. And once again, the Performing Arts Society will host a wine tasting this Saturday from 6 to 8:30 p.m. in the Heritage Room at the University Union. Reservations are $40 or $20 for cola, water, and coffee and hors d'oeuvres, like Jill said. The evening will consist of 60 different wine samples, hors d'oeuvres, live music by the President's International String Quartet, a wine-themed silent auction, and a raffle of a $70 bottle of wine. Stay with us. Ahead on Good Morning Macomb, Nicholas Stewart will have a look into your 5-day forecast.
Stories. They happen everywhere. At News 3, we go the distance and tell them firsthand. Across the region.
The tornado tore through a neighborhood in Washington, Illinois.
Across the state.
Here at the state capitol in Springfield for the gubernatorial race.
Across generations.
We have a lot of people that are very dedicated. We're all volunteers.
The stories that inform us. The stories that move us. The stories that matter from a fresh perspective.
What did you want to be when you grew up? Now, how do you make it happen? Think purple, think success, think Western Illinois University.
When the big stories strike, count on award winners to provide you intimate and in-depth coverage. On the air and online. Local news, fresh perspective.
Thank you, dear. Well, you're very supple, just like I was at your age.
Back then, I was a sex expert. Used to call me the buttered biscuit. I know about birth control, too. So you can ask me anything, baby.
Bedsider.org has birth control information and a lot more. And it's...
Have you had sex in this car yet?
That's low, that's low. That's low and below. Look, he's blushing. Seriously.
Into Macomb this morning. Temperatures are on the way down. Right now, though, we are at 34 degrees. The wind's blowing out of the northwest at 25 miles per hour, gusting at times to upwards of 30 miles per hour. So a lot of cold air is moving into the region. That's going to continue through the day today. Temperatures will end up bottoming out in the low 20s later on this afternoon. Look at this, the current satellite radar composite, cloud cover across the tri-state region. Look how fast these clouds are moving in from the northwest. Very strong winds are moving in behind this Clipper system. That's going to help transport the really cold air into the region. Temperatures right now, Davenport's still at 34 degrees, but looking off to the northwest, Des Moines only at 28. These purples off the map, that's indicative of temperatures in the teens. That's going to be slowly moving its way as we go through the next few days. Taking a look at the current surface map, we have this Clipper system. Basically a long trailing cold front that moved on through early on this morning. That's going to continue to progress offwards to the east. But this big area of high pressure is building off to our northwest. That's what's bringing this cold Canadian air. You got this rotational air around the high pressure. That's bringing your Arctic cold air, and that's going to continue and intensify as we go into the day tomorrow. High pressure builds in across the tri-state region, and this very cold air from Canada is going to continue to sweep in around the backside of the high pressure center. We have a lot of snow cover up in the north as well, so any wind that goes over this cloud or the snow cover, that's going to make your temperatures feel a little bit colder as well. And luckily for us, though, as the high pressure builds in, that won't make the winds too much of a concern. So we're not going to be dealing with very low wind chill values, but dealing with very cold temperatures. And unfortunately, that's going to continue on the day on Thursday. High pressure continues to move, bringing in that very bitterly cold air, looking at lows in the negative degree range once again. That's because this big area of the jet stream, I should say, jet stream is really progressing and digging southward. That's going to continue through the weekend, bringing in very cold Arctic air, looking at temperatures into the teens for highs and temperatures into the negative digits as we go into the day on Sunday morning. But for today, we did end up topping off at 36 degrees. However, temperatures are going to go continually downward through the afternoon into the evening hours. That's before we bottom out tonight at 7 degrees. We'll still be dealing with the northwest wind, 15 to 20 miles per hour at times, gusting upwards of 30. It's going to make it feel very bitterly cold out there. 5-day forecast again, we're going to bottom out at 15 degrees today tomorrow. Temperatures will rebound a little bit for the beginning of your weekend, 30 degrees on Friday, but then the next Arctic blast moves in on Saturday. The temperatures will only be at 13 degrees as a high with negative digits as a low Friday night into Saturday morning. So going to the weekend, very bitterly cold, but there's no snow. So I guess there's one good aspect of the thing. We have no snow in the forecast or any rain like that at all.
It's just very cold. Make
very
sure
cold there. Yes, definitely.
-2.
Yes.
What's going on?
Wow.
We getting past those days soon?
I hope. We're only just a few weeks away from spring, so I'm hoping for warmer temperatures and thunderstorms soon.
Yeah. That's exciting.
Thanks.
All right, Colleen, you're next in sports.
All right, next in sports, the Macomb High girls basketball team prepares to face Illini West in the first round of the First Class 1A Regional tonight. And the Leatherneck baseball team dressed to the nines over the weekend for a special night that affected both players and fans. All that and more is next on Good Morning Macomb.
My name is Patrick McGinn, and I have the privilege of serving as the President and Chief Executive Officer of Ann and Robert H. Lurie Children's Hospital of Chicago. I'm also a very proud alumni of Western Illinois University. It gave me the foundation I needed to build a very successful career. That's my story. What will your success story be?
Hi, that's me, Sammy Marshall,
a junior exercise science major at Western Illinois University, shortstop on the Leatherneck softball team, and Summit League Player of the Year. At Western, I take my GPA just as seriously as I take my batting average. My experiences with faculty, my coaching staff, and the community are helping shape my future in exercise science. This is my story. What will your success story be?
Thank you, dear. Well, you're very supple. Just like I was at your age. Back then, I was a sex expert. Used to call me the buttered biscuit. I know about birth control, too. So you can ask me anything, baby.
Bedsider.org has birth control information and a lot more. And it's...
Have you had sex in this car yet?
Before the lights go on, dedication, teamwork, precision. Award-winning leadership brings you Macomb's only local TV newscast. On the air, live at 4, Friday mornings at 10, and online all the time. Our community, your community, News 3.
Taking train to go. Stand by 3 for the push-in.
Good morning, I'm Colleen Judge. After a loss to Monmouth Roseville last week, the Lady Bombers will set their sights on Illini West in a regional matchup tonight at 7:30 p.m. This will be the first regional game for the Orange and Black, who finished the regular season with an impressive 15-8 overall record and a 6-2 conference record. The regional game will kick off in Carthage, and the Bombers can pick up the win. If they can pick up the win, they'll advance the championship game on Friday night at 7 p.m. The Western Illinois softball team opened its season this past weekend in Rosemont, Illinois. They finished 2-2 with impressive wins against Butler and Central Michigan. Although they fell to Syracuse and North Dakota, there was a bright spot as junior outfielder Tierney Bottino was named the Papa John's Scholar Athlete of the Week. The Lockport, Illinois native earned the honor for her work in the classroom and her work on the field this past weekend. Bottino finished 5-11 with 4 RBIs and 1 run scored. The 5 for 11 is good enough for a .455 batting average. Bottino, a biology major, posted 3.4 GPA. Spring is still over a month away, but the Leatherneck baseball team is already in full swing preparing for the 2015 season. This past Sunday, the team held its 3rd annual Leatherneck leadoff dinner at the Forum. News 3's Tyler Eddy has more.
It's still winter in Macomb, but one sure sign that greener grass is on its way is the Leatherneck baseball leadoff dinner.
You don't know if it's going to actually fly when you first run one of these, and it's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger in a good way. But I like the venue. It's unbelievable how good the Kiplings are to us and Lisa and Roger Ward.
Hundreds of tickets were sold for the event that included an appearance and speech by former Major League relief pitcher Al Raboski, who offered a lot of words of encouragement to current players.
Still just to enjoy it, kind of live in the moment and be excited to play baseball because it kind of goes quickly. And it kind of has. I've been here 5 years, and it seemed like just yesterday I was freshman year.
A lot of memorabilia was donated for the event to be auctioned off, with the proceeds going to the baseball program to help with equipment costs. Some players were in shock at some of the things up for bid.
All the signed stuff is cool. I don't even know how they get all that signed stuff, but there's definitely a lot of good items down there that everybody is going to enjoy bidding on.
While the night was fun, head coach Ryan Brownlee and his team know that come opening day, it's all business in their search for a Summit League championship.
I like our team a lot. We're going to be really top-heavy on the mound, and then we've got good veteran leadership hitting-wise, and we will see some young guys as well. It's exciting because we've got a little bit of mix of everything, which will help us transition into future years as well.
I want to take it one game at a time to start, but it's my last year, and I know a couple guys that I've played with for a long time. We kind of are going to go out a special way, but right now we just want to take it a game at a time right now.
Definitely think our expectations are high. We made it to the Summer League championship game in the tournament last year, and then fell to North Dakota State, which was a bummer, but I definitely think that we have a good opportunity to make something happen this year.
Reporting for News 3, I'm Tyler Eddy.
Thanks, Tyler. The baseball team will open their season a week from Friday at the Mule Mix Classic.
What a great night for those boys,
I know, I can't imagine. It'd be so much fun.
Yeah, I know. Some Cub memorabilia, Mr. Cub himself. I'm sure those things went quick, huh?
Oh, I imagine.
Aren't you a fan, Dave?
Oh,
Cubs
big fan.
Yeah.
Northsider, hopefully this year's here, I believe.
Oh, keep believing.
All right, thanks, Kelly.
And the contestants cooked up quite a show in the annual Copper Chef last night.
We have the results and more after the break.
When the big stories strike, count on award winners to provide you intimate and in-depth coverage. On the air and online, local news, fresh perspective.
Really? Buzz, what's up, man? You left some leaves burning out here.
Yeah, I just came in just for a second.
Come on, man. If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. You could torch the whole neighborhood.
It's a good point there, Smokey.
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play more. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen. But the people who take action are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Call this free government program for the option that's right for you.
And the winner is Chef Josh Filson and his team at last night's Copper Chef. The competition took place in Corbin Olson Dining Center last night, as we had dinner there last night.
And the 13th annual Chef Challenge pitted Chef Filson in the Corbin Olson Dining Center against Chef Chase Wilcoxon of Thompson. Traveling across campus for the Crosstown Classic, the two teams were given an hour to make 3 dishes that were tasted by a panel of celebrity judges. I wish we were there to taste.
I know, we
were
were
stuck
yep.
with the other end of the room.
Yes, we were.
Nick, I'm gonna guess it's not gonna be good enough to cook outside.
Unfortunately, no. I'm really looking forward to the days we can start cooking outside again. But today we're going to be looking at temperatures bottoming out throughout the afternoon. We got to 36. Temps will continue to fall into the low 20s with those gusty northwest winds. 15 to 20 miles per hour, at times gusting over to 30. So we're going to be talking about really low wind chill values as well. Tonight we'll bottom out at 7. We're going to be dealing with those gusty winds as well. We're at 30 miles per hour, knocking wind chills down to like the -10, -15 degree range. 5-day forecast shows really no improvement. Unfortunately, no cooking outside anywhere in the near future at all. Sunny skies, though, but temperature is all on the cold side, especially for the weekend. Only 13 degrees for Valentine's Day. So if you're having to go out like that, that's not going to be a pleasant experience for anyone. So.
No. Like I said, bundle up.
Yes. It's so hard to wake up the colder it gets. Look, this morning my apartment was at 72. I'm like, it's never been at 72.
No.
And it's just cold Valentine's Day.
But you can make it to the wine tasting.
Yes.
Be inside, keep
or
it
you can
warm.
get a lottery ticket. You can afford
lottery
to just
ticket.
get
I already have like 10 of them, so.
Well, you can buy a few more
walk away
today.
on
Share
it.
the wealth
Go
if
with
you
it.
win, Nick.
You won't see me ever again. I'm just kidding. Of course.
You're responsible for breakfast if you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can
Spring
manage
breakfast
that.
All the time.
Alrighty.
And thanks for waking up with us this morning. We know it was cold, but we're glad you did. For Colleen Judge, I'm Dave Mitchell.
And for Nicholas Stewart, I'm Shane Glasgow. We'll stay on top of your news throughout the week and bring you the latest updates on our Facebook page. You can find us at News3 WIU.
And just a reminder, due to Abraham Lincoln's birthday, there will not be an episode of Live at 4 tomorrow, so we'll see you next week on Tuesday's episode of Live at 4. Have a good morning, Macomb.